So now I'm going to take you through how to replace a tyre. Sometimes, well, the good things about these tyres is they are PU foam filled tyres, so they are puncture proof. However, there may be occasions where the rim of the tyre or any components inside the tyre may be faulty and need replacing. To do this, you need a couple of tools. One is a ratchet with a 10mm socket head on it. Second one is a 5mm Allen key. Take the ratchet with the socket head on it and start releasing the PT screws from the tyre. This is to take off the wheel cap is covering the centre of the wheel. Once removed, you have access to the bolt inside. And now the tyre can be removed from the axle. So now we're going to reassemble the new wheel onto the machine. You'll need the same tools as before, which is the 10mm socket with the ratchet, 5mm Allen key. Also need a brush of some sort with grease on the end of it. Before we put the wheel on, ensure that the axle is brushed on with grease. Take your wheel, place it over the axle and push until you get to the end of the spacer that sits inside. Once that is on, get your bolt with your shakeproof washer and your standard washer and place on the end, and then start to tighten up. And check that the wheel moves freely. Then once done, take your cap and place it through the openings around the centre for your PT screws. Make sure both sides are tight and your wheel is now assembled. I'm now going to show you how to replace the belt in the unlikely event that the belt does snap. We do recommend, if it is a continuous belt that you want to put onto the machine, you bring that in for us. However, we do supply a split belt, which is easily accessible for you to put on. So remove the old belt and grab hold of your new split belt with a metal connector and an open end. Pass one side of the belt through the axle, pull that through, and then join by right angled onto the metal connector and push and rotate. It does require a little bit of rotation to allow the belt to snap into place, and then slight rotation back to make sure there's no twists inside the band. Align the band over the V-pulley in the centre and over the guides in the middle. Once the belt is aligned with the pulleys at the front of the machine, ensure that the belt is following the correct orientation as shown in the previous video. Align the centre of the PU belt through the centre of the V-pulley. Rotate the fixed wheel round until the belt snaps into position. Also, once the machine is fully fixed with the belt, rotate the wheel round to ensure that the spinner plate rotates correctly. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the fixed wheel tyre. For this component, you will need long nose pliers, a ratchet with a 10mm socket. Similar to the freewheel tyre, this is a PU foam filled outer rim with a plastic inner rim. This should not puncture, however the rim itself or any components inside may be damaged, hence the reason for the replacement. You grab your socket with 10mm wrench socket set on and undo the hubcap. Once off, you then have access to the cotter pin. Take your long nose pliers, grab the end of the cotter pin and start to rotate round. If the cotter pin is out, take the fixed wheel and remove it from the axle. So to assemble the fixed wheel to the machine, Firstly, take your brush with grease and apply over the axle where the wheel will be on. Take your fixed wheel with the thicker side on the outside and place over the axle. Line up the hole that's in the axle with the hole that is on the wheel and pass your cotter pin through both the axle. Once on, take your long nose pliers and rotate the cotter pin into position. Something like that. Get your wheel cap with the PT screws, position it over the hub of the wheel and start to tighten onto the wheel. Your fixed wheel is now on the machine.